Welcome guys to Tennis Inside Out. I'm Mike Meyer and I'm going to be commentating live here the match between Chinese Yuan and Poland's Świątek. Both players are already on court and it's going to be an exciting game. Iga will want to really make a big impression, get a good start to this tournament. Six-time Grand Slam champion, has not yet won an Australian Open. Been to two semi-finals in the past. She would love to get this fourth Grand Slam under her belt. These two players have met once before. But in particular, for the world number two, a little bit of an inconsistent start to the year, as she had a couple of good matches, I'd say a couple of bad matches as well in the United Cup, even though Poland won the competition. Let's see if she can find some consistency. When I think about her game in general, it's always been a little bit one-dimensional. I think that's what the United Cup was there for, was that she could experiment, try to be a little bit more on the front foot, not always staying on the baseline, coming forward at times. Wasn't looking comfortable at the net, but if she's going to evolve and she wants to improve as a player, then she's going to have to be more three-dimensional with her game, as both players are rallying from the baseline with one another in the warm-up. Confidence should still be high. As I've mentioned for the poll, Świątek was part of that winning team that finally, third time lucky, were able to win the finals of the United Cup in Sydney. And for the Chinese Yuan, she has not yet gone through the first round of the Australian Open. So it would be an amazing feat for her if she could beat the world number two, as Świątek moves forward to warm up her volleys. Welcome everyone, if you've just joined. Świątek's at the net, warming up her smashes. The Chinese Yuan will be coming forward to do the same very soon. Nice warm day in Melbourne. A little bit cloudy, maybe a little bit muggy. Expecting thunderstorms, but the forecast says it's gonna probably with 2 or 3% chance of precipitation. Still very warm temperatures. 7 o'clock in the evening, and I think I saw there was about 29 degrees. So nice warm evening. Both players are warming up their serves now. Slight southeaster, 21 kilometers per hour, 13 miles per hour. It's not going to really affect the players. They're in the Rod Laver Arena, center court basically, huge stadium, lots of spectators. It looks completely full as well. Yeah, I think my predictions for today, it's going to be one-sided. 2 sets for Świątek. I think she's going to hit the ground running, guns blazing. She's going to try to get on that front foot and be as aggressive as possible. As we're now into the last games of the first round. Tomorrow, the second round will start. I stand to correction. There are some empty seats in the crowd. But maybe those spectators are still, they're going to be coming back. The only Grand Slam Świątek has not yet won. 2 semi-finals in the past. As Świątek begins with the first serve, hard into the body. And Yuan had to duck out the way so she wouldn't get hit in the right shoulder. Second serve. Kick into the backhand side. Yuan runs around the backhand to play a forehand and puts enough pressure on the world number 2 to win the first point, love 15. Good start for Yuan. First serve onto the backhand is returned cross-court. They're both in a backhand cross duel and Świątek wins a point. Unforced error from the Chinese. Świątek retakes the toss for the first serve. I remember that happening a lot in the United Cup. First serve in the net. Second serve, kick on the backhand. Again, Yuan runs around the backhand. A forced error this time, as Świątek slides on her forehand side in the corner and hits a forehand out. It's close to the baseline, but out is out. Second serve for the pole. And it's a double fault, slice into the net below the net cord. So not a great start. (1540). First serve in, hard on the backhand, is returned deep in the middle of the court. Świątek hits the baseline on the backhand side, putting pressure on Yuan. Inside in forehand from Świątek. They're both hitting forehands cross-court with one another. And unforced error. From Świątek. Not the best start. Not looking very comfortable right now, to be very honest. Even with the serve, you can just see in her body language, she's looking a bit tight. Not getting power on that serve. She might be feeling a little bit nervous. So I always find personally when I'm playing a match and the nerves all of a sudden hit me, then just try to get power, lots of spin, relax the muscles, relax the body, accelerate through the ball as much as possible. That normally helps me. Yuan to serve. First serve is good, hard on the backhand. Oh, but it's out. The serve was out. Second serve. Kick onto the backhand. Świątek goes really hard, inside in. Point for the pole. First serve, well placed down the middle, is returned in the middle of the court. They're both hitting forehands with one another, cross court. And I feel great winner from Yuan. I hope I'm not butchering the pronunciation. My Mandarin's not that great. Hitting very, very flat. Good first serve out wide. Świątek's under pressure and can only, on the stretch, hit her forehand out. Just observing their body language right now, I would say Yuan is looking far more comfortable. Probably got nothing to lose. It's her fourth Australian Open. Never got through the first round, and she just hit an amazing ace out wide. (40-15). First serve is out. Trying to cram Świątek in the body on the backhand side. Slow kick serve on the backhand. Świątek takes advantage and once again blasts her backhand inside in for the return. Or on the return, rather. Just too much power. (40-30). First serve onto the forehand, and Świątek hits the serve out, the return rather. Love 2. Shaky start. Love 2. First serve is out, as Świątek attempted to hit a slice out wide. Kick serve into the body. Seen this happen before. And Yuan tried to run around the backhand again. There's definitely the opportunity to go out wide on the forehand side. I just had a bit of a chuckle because the 1 point Grand Slam winner, I forget his name right now, maybe you could write in the chat, he's sitting in the crowd with very big smiles, chuckling, I think with his wife. Yeah, he must feel like $1 million. Oh, great shot from Świątek. Nice rally. They were both on the advantage side of the court, playing backhands cross court, and then Yuan was a little bit jammed, hit her backhand into the middle, and Świątek, amazing, found the ball. Great placement right in the corner. It touched both lines, the inner tram line and the baseline. First serve jams the Chinese lady in the body, so 40 love. First serve was in the body. It's a net cord. That was from Świątek and maybe disrupting the rhythm of the rally. Unforced error, double hand backhand out behind the baseline from the wall number 2. 40-15. Still has 2 game points. Świątek, first serve in the net. Second serve, it's hard in the body, and it looked very late, but the luck seems to be on one side of the court. It wasn't a bad serve, but wow, inside out, double hand backhand return winner. No chance Świątek could get there. The angle, the width was, the ball was really well placed. Again, Świątek goes hard in the body and good return cross court. It's juice, guys. Świątek has squandered a chance, 3 chances to take her service game. Juicy Lucy. My goodness. Very shaky start for the wall number 2. As she's pacing a little bit quickly after she collected the balls, walking, not looking very calm, I must say. Just the body language, a little bit uptight. She'll be feeling a bit nervous. Good first serve, though, in the body. Good return. Yuan is really digging herself out of these situations, and she's now won 4 points in a row. Unbelievable. To make it break point in the 3rd game. If she converts, I think Świątek is going to really, really struggle. They're both in a backhand cross duel as Świątek is trying to move and put pressure on the Chinese lady, and she ends with a great forehand cross winner to bring it back to juice. Sliding out to the forehand. Yeah, this is a challenge. Yuan is playing excellently right now. Can't falter. Advantage Świątek as she gets a first serve in this time. Pulls Yuan out the court. And she returned the ball short on the forehand side. Świątek waiting for the highest point, smashes the ball really flat and hard down the line for a winner. So 4th game point. First serve hard onto the forehand. Yuan returns out. So 2-1. That should shake off some of the nerves. We've had 3 games. There's already been 13 minutes. Aldwin says, go, 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 eager, praying to the heavens. We have match point situation as Paul Marchuk defeats Jakub Fernley in 4 sets. 7-6, 7-5, 3-6, 7-6. I think I'll join the ladies. Have a sip of water. Yeah, a little bit windy out there as the drone flies over the arenas, over the courts, all the spectators walking around. Looks amazing. Got to really get there one day, make a trip to Melbourne. Two-one. Good first serve. Hard on the backhand, Świątek, as she made contact with the ball. She knew it was going out. You could just tell by her body language. 15-love. First serve is in the net, attempting to hit it on the backhand of Świątek. Second serve, kick out wide, is returned really well cross court, and an amazing backhand down the line winner for Yuan. My goodness, impressive from the world number 130. Wonderful technique, stability, balance, nice wide stance. Open stance backhand winner down the line, looking motivated, looking pumped. Off to a good start. Second serve wasn't great. Slice out wide. Eager smashes her forehand cross court, but out. 40-love. Oof, that was close. Yuan went down the middle, but it was out. 3 game points. Kick out wide. Nice bounce on the ball, but Świątek takes advantage as she returns with a double hand backhand down the line. Very well placed. (40-15). Second chance to win the game. 156-kilometer slice serve is out wide. Good serve into the body on the forehand side. They're both hitting forehands cross court. And Yuan changes direction. They're in the backhand side, but Świątek hit too short. Lucky. Maybe a little too wild from Yuan, but she hit that double hand backhand out. probably didn't need to go so hard, but it probably was the right opportunity as well, as Świątek, in her defense, was trying to maybe counter-attack the forehand down the line from the Chinese lady, hitting it short. So I would have also tried to have pounced on it. First serve is out. Second serve. Kick onto the backhand. And the return is out. It's 3-1. Wow. Seen a number of upsets already, but this would by far be the biggest. Yuan is halfway through the first set. Slice out wide. Good return. And Świątek just waiting in the middle as the ball was played on her feet. Steered the forehand into the opposite corner, forcing Yuan to chase the ball on the backhand side, but to no avail. 15-love. First serve is in, onto the backhand. Świątek gets really low in the knees. Good hip rotation. Adding a bit more power. It's 30-love. As she slams the ball back onto the backhand. Yuan was definitely not ready for that one. 30-love. First serve is hard on the backhand and in. Double hand backhand in the net. Świątek did try to get low on the knees. It's obviously evident that Yuan is playing the ball quite flat. I see these players happen in the United Cup as well. They know how to break Świątek. The 4-time clay court Grand Slam champion in Roland Garros struggles perhaps on these surfaces. Although she has won the US Open. Probably wants more height on the ball. Where she looks the best right now is off the second serve of Yuan. Świątek really attacking those high balls. Whoa, great return from Yuan. Świątek turned it around and seals the 5th game. But just inconsistent right now. As she sits on the bench, wall number 2, takes a deep breath. As Shapovalov has 3 match points. The camera's on another court. Ace out wide. All smiles, hitting the balls into the crowd. 6-3, 7-6, 6-1. As the Canadian wins his first round against Bu from China. Yeah, Chris. Neither did I. I expected a little bit more one-sided. But Yuan is, wow, she's playing like a top 10 player right now. No jokes. Hitting the ball cleanly. Of course, Świątek is talented and has all the skill in the world. So when Yuan is under pressure, she's just trying to stay alive. Stay in the point. But when she takes her opportunities, and that's what's really making the difference right now. She has the advantage. She has that break. Continues like this to the end of the set, and Świątek would have dropped the first set. As both ladies are in a rally, Świątek, under pressure, sliding on the backhand side, hits a double hand backhand cross court, but out. (15-love). Good first serve down the middle, chipped back but short from Świątek. Yuan tried to approach hard into the forehand side of the pole, but she hit it out. 15-all. First serve out wide is out. 160 km per hour. Second serve. Kick on the backhand. Smash from Świątek. It's like deja vu. Inside in. And Yuan just too late to react. I think that shot was harder than the serve, or at least the first serve. Really, really flat and hard, deep in the court. First serve, slice into the body, jamming Świątek on the backhand as she mishits a forehand out. 30-all. So I just saw Świątek now shake of the head. She mustn't let that negativity creep in as Yuan retakes her ball toss. Good slice serve into the body of the pole. Again, she's jammed in the middle of the court. Yuan makes an unforced error this time. It's break point. (30-40). First serve is in the net. Got a feeling Świątek's going to move forward on this. She's got to take a chance at least. Be brave. Yeah, she's inside the court. Smashes the backhand return cross court. Świątek's all over Yuan, and Yuan hits her forehand out. 3-3. Guess that's more like it. Back on serve. So, first serve was good. Ladies are in a rally. First drop shot attempt. And Świątek plays a slice forehand. Approach shot cross court. Puts the volley away into the open court down the line. It was really well disguised, but maybe the drop shot was too deep from Yuan. Making her sound Spanish now. First serve is out. Kick serve is out. Another double fault. 15-all. Talking about Spanish players, I will be streaming the live match between Pedro Martinez and Novak Djokovic, number 4 seed, after this match on the Rod Laver Arena. As Świątek, standing in the middle of the court, hits a backhand cross-court, but out. Incredible career that man has had. But I'll get to him later. As Świątek has a pressure point, got to get that first serve in now. 15-30, and it's an ace out wide. Great serve. Świątek tries to go down the middle of the court. She now has a second serve. Kick onto the backhand and double fault. Oh man. Break point. Nothing worse than hitting an ace and the next point double faults. Just cancels one another out. First serve. Oh, is out. And Yuan is now stepping forward. Left foot's inside the court, inside the baseline. She's going to want to get aggressive. Good return cross court. They're both in a backhand cross duel. As Świątek hits it out. Back-to-back breaks. Unbelievable. (4-3) after 30 minutes. We have another Polish fan here. Cześć. Do we have any Chinese fans? Anyone from China watching? I think it's a Ni Hao, huh? Ni Hao Ma? (4-3). Yuan goes hard into the backhand. It's a short return and gifts Świątek, honestly, first point of her service game. It was a good serve. Świątek tried to be aggressive, but played a double hand backhand short on the forehand side. Maybe Yuan should have maybe just placed it rather than go for the winner, but it was sitting up, standing in the three-quarter court. Take a chance. Big first serve down the middle of the court. Świątek returns in the net. Actually bouncing on her side first. Very good serve from Yuan. That's funny. Good serve out wide. 30-15. There were two Polish fans in the stands holding a huge placard saying that they changed their honeymoon plans to watch you play, Igor. I hope Iga's not going to dampen the mood. For their sake, at least. But Yuan is playing out of her socks right now. Unbelievable serve out wide. Yeah, so it wasn't a flat serve, it was kick. Really pulled her out of the court. Anticipating Świątek was going to play hard back on her feet, she just stepped back and followed through, swung right through the forehand cross-court winner. Stunning placement. 40-15 to make it 5-3. Świątek wildly hits a forehand cross-court. She's looking despondent now. Probably full of question marks, but you just got to put it aside. Brush it aside, go back to basics. If she wants to find her rhythm, she needs to try to stay in that rally a little bit longer. Don't go too much. First serve is in. Good return from Yuan. But eventually hitting the double hand backhand out. What do you think, guys? Two-time semi-finalist. Struggling here in the first round. Kick onto the backhand. Yuan knows what Świątek's going to do. She ran around the backhand, but now she's under pressure. Świątek hits a forehand winner onto the backhand side, right in the corner, standing in the middle of the court. It's amazing when it's working for Iga. She could turn it around. Her defense is still great. Good counter-attack. Turn that energy around. Both players are returning marvelously, I must say. $40 love. First serve sliced down the middle, looked like a second serve, turns into a winner. And it's 5-4. The pressure is still on the world number 2. My goodness. You just got to take your chances once in a lifetime. Or rather, it's a 4th time now for Yuan. She would love to get through this first round. Oh, they will be singing her name in China. Roberto, welcome back. Haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, I agree. Roberta says, we hope Iga gets a grip of herself and wins due to her experience. She's got more than enough experience. She's done it before, she can do it again. Yuan could lose energy the longer it goes. She's looking fit right now, but if those points stay too short, she will go all the way. I think Świątek can tire Yuan out if she stays in the rally longer. Świątek is super fit, so fitness is not a problem. I think Świątek is battling with herself. She needs to get mentally strong, believe in herself. As Yuan takes advantage off her serve. She's inside the court, but squanders an opportunity. She knows it. Hits a forehand cross court, but out. First serve down the middle is in, returned into the middle of the court. Świątek's blasting the ball straight at Yuan, but she's been able to spread Yuan out wide. They're in a forehand cross duel, both hitting very flat. Amazing rally, but Świątek hits a backhand out in frustration, slams it back to the other side of the court. Longest rally of the match, 15 shots. Thanks, Roberto, for that. Lots of multitasking for me on the side. And it's a winner off the return. Wasn't a bad serve, but I think that's where Iga wants it. It's shoulder height. Great technique. Hit right through the ball for a clean winner cross court. Kick serve onto the backhand, return hard cross court. Świątek goes hard down the line and forces the error. So 2 break points to make it 5-all. My goodness, guys. First serve onto the forehand is returned cross court. Wow, Yuan got the back of the baseline. They're in a backhand dual cross. Świątek changed direction with the inside-in forehand. They're both on the forehand side now. Yuan hits the baseline again. And Iga ends with a winner to make it 5-all. Stunning winner. Hitting both she did it early on. She hit the inside, the inner tram line and the baseline again on the backhand side of Yuan. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yuan just didn't even look at the ball anymore. Was just looking at the court. It's nothing that her eyesight can change. Good first serve into the body. Both players playing really well. Yuan plays a single-hand backhand in the net. $15-love. First serve hard into the backhand is return out. 30-love. First serve into the body of Yuan, returns it well cross court. Świątek's opting for the high loopy backhand cross court. Whoa! They were just playing moon balls with one another. I think the challenge was who can hit it higher, and Świątek definitely hit the last one higher and out. As she prepares for the serve, shaking her head left and right. Got to brush it off. Next point. Don't hold on to it. Good serve out wide. Świątek hits a forehand cross-court winner. To give herself 2 game points. She's been in this situation before and couldn't convert early on in the first set, or in this set rather. Second serve onto the backhand is returned out. So 6-5 for the first time the pole leads. After 3/4 of an hour, Świątek had to dig herself out. And now she's leading at the right time. I think if she had to get this first set under her belt, that should calm the nerves. But without a fight, Yuan is not gonna give up. Thank you guys if you've tuned in for watching. Support my channel, support me by subscribing, liking, sharing with your friends. That would be much appreciated. Yuan, first serve, slice out wide is returned cross-court by the pole. Świątek under pressure is forced into an error. Good hard forehand down the line. Świątek sliding to the backhand side, couldn't control the ball. Got her frame. 15-love. First serve is out. Second serve on the forehand is returned cross court. They're in a backhand dual cross. Yuan changes the height now and puts Świątek off. It's 30-love. Qualifiers doing a great job today. Forcing Iga to do something different, I guess. Yeah, and it's clear by the stats. Świątek putting far more revolutions on the ball. Good first serve, again out wide, making it 40-love. Very close to a tiebreak. First serve is out. Kick out wide is returned hard and deep onto the backhand side. Świątek comes to the net. Smashes a winner. 40-15. Wrong footing, Yuan. Sending the ball back to her backhand court. Yuan running to the forehand side. First serve is in. Good return cross court. Świątek is again in the net, but she opts to stay back. And Yuan hits her double hand backhand out behind the baseline. It was really flat and hard. Świątek did hit the ball back, but it was out. The previous shot was out. Another game point for Yuan. First serve down the middle is in. Chipped back high and great winner. It's 6-6. First serve onto the forehand is in. They're in a cross-court forehand duel, but the balls are being hit very flat. Winner from Świątek. First serve out wide is out. Return is out. 1-1. First serve hard into the backhand. Return inside out. They're both on the forehand side of the court. The court's open. Świątek goes down the line. She's in the middle of the court, controlling the point. She's really going hard on the backhand. Slice keeps the ball low from Yuan. And now a high loopy ball is played out. 2-1. To Świątek. So it's evident Yuan is really trying to mix it up, not give Świątek any type of rhythm. That's where I think what I was saying earlier is he gets too one-dimensional. She wants it one way, struggles when the players start to implement different types of techniques or try to pull her out of a rhythm in a rally. Kick onto the forehand is slammed inside in. Return winner. Too short, too much height. Yuan is very, very brave. Inside the baseline and just picked her spot. I guess she was ready for anything. Slice out wide is returned cross court. Świątek goes hard down the line. Chipped high, landing out. And for Świątek. Two, three. First serve down the middle's out. Oh, Świątek misses the line. It's 3-all. The players change sides. Even Stevens, guys. Could go any way. Rod Laver Arena looking nice and full now. Just seeing a few seats that are open. Sure, these spectators are enjoying this match, but also waiting for the Martinez-Djokovic game, which I will be streaming live as well. Three all. Serve out wide is out. Short slice. Świątek goes hard inside in, backhand return. Cross-court winner. 4-3. Yeah, both ladies maybe getting a little nervous off that serve. But second serves from both these ladies are too short. If you're going to kick it short like that, it's just going to bounce nice and high. Almost playing for one another. As Iga retakes her ball toss. First serve is in the net. Kick serve onto the backhand is returned in the middle, but it's short, and Świątek misses the baseline. Not happy, shrugging the shoulders. Not the time to get despondent, but she thought she had it. Four all. In the first set tiebreak. First serve in the net. Yuan is stepping forward. She's on the baseline. What can Świątek do with a second serve? Great kick down the middle. Yuan wanted to run around the backhand and she realized she had no space. The pole is struggling right now. Being moved around. Oh, she's finding great depth the whole time. It's more neutral now as Yuan hits a double hand backhand out. In surprise. Can't see those eyes of Iga hiding underneath that cap of hers. First serve down the middle is in. Iga's going hard, but she's not going full blast. Just placing the ball. It's a net cord. And Swiatek hits a double hand backhand winner. Cross court. That was a little bit better. As she has 2 set points now. First serve down the middle is an ace. Through the center, Mrs. Fenter. Very nice. Świątek has a second set point. She's got to get that first serve in. Does she change it up? She's been going on the backhand side quite often. Maybe opt for placement, slice down the middle of the court. First serve hard on the backhand is returned in the middle of the court. Świątek hits the winner to make it 7-6. First set. So, good fight. Świątek is taking a medical timeout. Walking off with one of the officials. Yeah, Roberto, nerve-wracking first set. But you can now relax knowing that Iga scraped through 7-6. Both players, first serve percentage, 60%. $15 winners for Świątek to 9. Well, an hour ago, the temperature was 28 degrees, cloudy, with a small chance of precipitation. I think it's probably around 27, 26 degrees right now. So we almost hit the 1 hour mark. Lucky Świątek, but that's what skill demands. She really came out with an A game at the end. So another match point as the Dutch van der Zaansloop has 3 match point opportunities against American Nakashima. Oh, clips the baseline, goes hard down the line, he's at the net. Smash winner, 6-3, 4-6, 7-6, 7-6 for the Dutchman. Heel mooi. That's what tennis can do. Tough sport. You have to be mentally strong. Yuan to serve the first point of the second set. Slice out wide is good. Short return cross. Świątek is under pressure, slicing her forehand down the line. And forces eventually the error from Yuan. Love 15. First serve is in, return is out. 15-all. Kick serve onto the backhand. Is returned down the line. Świątek thought it was out, but it's clipped the outside of the line. She's under pressure, playing a forehand cross court now. Drop shot from Yuan. Świątek could not get there. 30-15. Well disguised and well played. Well executed drop shot. Wow, one-handed. Changed the grip. It was on the forehand side. As she was starting the backswing, and then in mid-air, one hand just changed the grip to continental grip. Good drop shot. First serve was on the line. Świątek doubted it herself, but they're both in a rally now, and unforced error from Yuan, hitting her forehand cross-court in the net. 30-all. Slice out wide, Zen, good return on the feet. They're both hitting hard at one another. Iga changes direction now. She goes down the line. Looks like she's targeting the backhand of Yuan, who hits it out eventually. So, first breakpoint opportunity in the second set. First serve, hard on the forehand. It's returned well. Świątek is finding more height on her ground strokes. More topspin. As Yuan tries to hit more flat. Świątek is defending. She's doing most of the running in this point. But she's really sticking to one side, hitting everything to the backhand of Yuan. Probably the longest rally right now. Both finding great depth. Świątek hits it out. 21 shot rally. Good fight from Yuan. Mixed rally of short balls, deep balls. One way to pull your opponent out of their rhythm or out of their zone is to change the depth of the shots. Never mind the spin and the power. Kicked down the middle is returned with the double hand backhand in the corner. Second break point. First serve is out, down the middle. Kick onto the backhand. Świątek is inside the court. Double hand backhand win across court. Again, those high balls. It's exactly what Świątek wants. It's probably the only time that she hits the ball flat. As Roberto says, momentum should be on Iga's side. Should be now. Maybe the nerves have dissipated since she's won the first set. Gets an early break. In the second set, that should motivate her even more. What are your predictions for the second set? I think 6-3 for Świątek. Playing the guessing game here. There's some type of dispute going on. Not very good at lip reading. I think it was something to do with Hawkeye. Normally when the ball goes out, the side posts light up. And this time it didn't. So Świątek was saying, well, was it in then? But the chair umpire said, no, that was indicating that it was out. Drive forehand volley down the line. They're both at the net. Iga Świątek wins the point. As she built the point up to get that high ball at the net, drive volley down the line. Yuan took some pace off the ball, played it back to Świątek cross court. Świątek attempted to play the drop shot, bringing Yuan forward, but she could only get there too late and hit the ball in the net. Roberto thinks 6-4 for Świątek. Kick out wide is returned out on the feet of Świątek. 30 love. Second serve, kick down the middle. Yuan knew what was going to happen and hits an unforced error. 40 love, forehand in the net. But this is happening quite often on the deuce side, especially. Yuan anticipates really early as Świątek starts the ball toss. She just starts to sidestep onto the backhand side, anticipating that kick serve down the middle. Good return from Yuan. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Forcing Świątek to hit a forehand in the net. 40-15, ace out wide. Making it 2 love. Well, if Iga Świątek goes on to win this set, the match will be over. Women only play best of 3 tiebreak sets. Whereas the men, because it's a Grand Slam, they play best of 5. Good rally. Yeah, now the unforced errors are starting to come, perhaps. Love 15. Already 5 unforced errors to 1 in the start of the second set. Good first serve in. Miss hit return from Świątek, sends the ball out, cross court. Good serve out wide. Świątek plays a really high ball. And a miss-hit drive volley on the service line by Yuan. Real moon ball. It took forever to come down. I wonder if she should have opted for the smash rather than the forehand drive volley. It's always been that way, Roberto. As Świątek forces another error. 15-40. I must check that up. Maybe you're right. Maybe back in the 50s or 60s they were playing best of 5 sets. But women always play best of 3, regardless if it's WTA 250, 500, Masters, or Grand Slams. The men, however, used to play 5 sets in Masters. I remember watching games, Boris Becker, Pete Sampras. They were playing 5 sets, and then they changed that and only made Grand Slams 5-setters. I think Masters. Świątek wins the third game. So I think Yuan will take a medical timeout now. Another match point situation on another court. Maestrelli from Italy beats the Atmane in 5 sets. 6-4, 3-6, 6-7, 6-1, 6-1. This man is in tears right now. Oh, lovely to see. Love to see this emotion. I think Yuan is having back problems right now, so the medic is on the court. The official standing nearby, probably lower back. Yeah, somewhere near that spine area. Hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. It would be so nice to get your support. Subscribe to my channel. I will be streaming live After this, the match between Martinez and Djokovic. If you like what you see, click the like button, share with your friends, especially if they're tennis enthusiasts. It's going to take a little bit longer. Yuan is on the ground. Medic is on her hip. Just giving a massage, maybe just loosening up. Could be the muscles around the vertebra that are tightening up. All right, Roberto, cheers. See you later. I think I'm just going to quickly take an opportunity to relieve myself. Nature's calling. I'll be back soon. Thank you for being patient. If you're still here, Yuan has just returned to her feet. Świątek running to the baseline, collects the balls in preparation for her service game. Looking good for the pole. A nervy start, a nervy first set. For the pole. She managed to wrap it up, and big match temperament in the tiebreak allowed her to win 7-5 in that 7-point tiebreaker. First serve into the body is returned out. First serve onto the backhand is returned cross-court really well. Both are finding very good depth. Świątek hits a moon ball nice and high. And it's a winner, inside-out forehand at the net for Yuan. 6-4. First serve is out. Second serve slice out wide, a smashed cross court. Iga can only hit a forehand high and out. Pressure point. Mentally speaking, this makes a big difference, especially if Yuan can win this. Świątek responds with an ace down the middle, through the center, misses fenter. Very nice. Wasn't very pacey. There was a lot of spin on it. So just picking her spot, very well placed. And that swing just moving away from her opponent. She tries to do it again on the forehand side, but from the juice side, serve outward, landing in the tram lines. Second serve. Kick into the middle. Yuan's at the net to put a forehand cross-court drive volley winner. Break point. First serve. Down the middle is returned in the middle. They're both on the forehand side. Świątek's hitting too short. It's on the service line. But wins the point. Again, more unforced errors from Yuan in this set. It's really allowing the scoreline to look this way in the second set now. Very different to the first set. Juicy Lucy. Slice onto the forehand. Yuan was standing in the court. Oh, Świątek was almost sitting on the baseline. The ball was hit so hard and flat. Świątek hits a forehand cross court in the net. Another breakpoint opportunity. Hard first serve in the body is returned out. Juice number 2. Slice out wide is returned deep in the middle of the court. They're playing backhands cross court. Oh, wow. Another unforced error by Świątek. This game has just hit the 5-minute mark. First serve in the net. Kick serve out wide, inside out forehand cross court. Świątek hits a double hand backhand out. It's a break. And 1-3 in the second set. I did predict 6-3 for Świątek. What do you guys think? Can the qualifier cause an upset? Or is Świątek going to wrap it up in the second set? Second serve. It's in the body. Świątek read it. And a big miss hit from Yuan. Sends it out. Love 15. Good first serve down the middle. Świątek hits her forehand inside out. Rather from the middle of the court behind the baseline onto the backhand side. 15-all. First serve hard down the middle. Yuan is at the net. Nope, the ball does not go over. 30-15. This ass is Iga serving badly. It's just not making enough first serves, I think. That's the problem. Both are returning so well off the second set. And a lovely build-up point from Yuan as she hits a short ball down the line for a winner. Świątek thought she would go cross-court. Standing in the three-quarter court, just waiting for the highest point. (40-15), and she wins the game. So, break. In the fourth game, and then to hold her service game is taken back to, or taken it to 3-2 now. The Pole still has the advantage as she's going to serve after the break. Maybe those magic fingers from the physiotherapist helped Yuan to find some power, some energy. Maybe she just needed a break. This can also be tactical. Amazing skyline of Melbourne City. (3-2). Świątek's first serve is hard in the body on the forehand side. Great return down the line. Yuan is moving forward, but she opts to stay back. They're both on the baseline, running with one another. Świątek is doubting herself. She just hit a forehand. She won the point, but she just hit a forehand and then just stopped moving, maybe in anticipation that the ball was going to go out. And then she was back again in that split step. (15-love). First serve hard into the body. It's short. Świątek's coming forward to the net. It's a forehand winner. (30-love). Second serve. As Iga retakes a ball toss. Kick serve onto the backhand is returned hard onto the backhand of Iga. They're in the backhand side of the court now. As Yuan changed direction, played onto Świątek's forehand side. And again, Świątek's almost sitting on the ground. My goodness. Wondering why she had to get so low, but looking quite jammed. Elbow almost, right elbow almost in the hip. Skies that forehand. 30-15. Second serve, kick out wide to the backhand. An amazing return winner, making it 30-all. Yuan is brave, but both players are doing this to one another on that second serve. She knew what she was going to do. She picked a spot before Świątek even started a ball toss. And yeah, Świątek just stranded in the middle of the court looking like a spectator. Second serve for Świątek. She gets that first serve in. She's more in control of the point. Oh, sorry. So it was a let. That was the first serve. Second serve now. Slice into the body. Great return cross court with a forehand. She had to move out the way to make space. Oh my goodness. Well, I've always figured, I've been in a situation where I've lost 2, 3, 4 games in a row. Well, if my opponent can win so many games in a row, why can't I? That's what it looks like now. Amazing. Can Yuan make it 3-all? No, great first serve out wide. Yuan did manage to clip the ball with the racket frame, but it was never going to go over. Deuce. First serve hard down the middle. Good serve. Return into the net. First serve hard into the backhands, return short. Świątek is staying aggressive, but she's wrong-footed. Great winner from Yuan, forehand down the line. Yeah, Świątek moved around the backhand a little bit on the backhand side. Tried to play an inside-in forehand, but it was too short, too much in the middle, and Yuan played a terrific shot. Now she just hit her return out. So back to advantage. First serve is out again. Too many first serves going out. Second serve. Kick onto the backhand. Return hard at the feet of Świątek, who had to get really low, as usual. They're both in a backhand cross duel, almost like training. But extra power forces Yuan to hit her ball out. Is Iga serving badly? Chris asks. Just not making enough first serves. When the first serves do go in, then she's more in control of the point. And both are just very aggressive on the return. So that second serve, yeah, I mean, maybe that second serve needs to go a little bit deeper, but they want to also play safe. They don't want to make any double faults. And yeah, they're just very aggressive as returners, doing the right thing on that second serve. But I'm just watching Yuan now, and she's just getting all her first serves in, dominating the point, but she scuffs a forehand down the line. Good first serve out wide. Looked like a miss hit. Świątek trying to flick the racket over the head. And maybe there could have been a miss hit, but Yuan couldn't control that forehand down the line, hitting it long. First serve hard into the forehand, returned back to the middle of the court. Another unforced error. Very quickly, it's 30 all. First serve attempt down the tee is hit in the net. Pressure point. Hard, aggressive return again off that second serve by Świątek. Unforced error as Yuan, standing in the middle of the court, simply steers her forehand out. I did predict 6-3 in the second set. I also initially predicted Świątek would win in straight sets. The first set was a lot closer than I could have ever anticipated. First serve slice down the tee is out. Second serve, kick onto the backhand is slammed cross court by Iga. She's changing direction. There, forehand cross court duel. Great play from Yuan, who took her chances and under pressure hit a really flat forehand cross court in the corner. Don't think Świątek anticipated it. Sluggishly tried to return back to the forehand, push it back in the court and hit the net. Juicy Lucy. First serve in the net. Slice into the body on the backhand side works. Looked slower than normal. Forehand return winner, inside in for Świątek. Bring it back to Juice. Juice number 2. Just happy with that one. Iga waiting with that forehand grip. Slams a forehand cross court in. They're on the backhand side of the court. See the pace of the rallies come down a little bit. No one wants to make a mistake, but Świątek hits a forehand in the net. Another long game, passing the 5-minute mark. First serve hard on the backhand. Serve is out. Good return. Second serve. Slow slice on the forehand. Yuan is under pressure. She's almost given up. Yeah, she knew it was going to go out. Rather hit the bottom of the net. First serve in the net. First serve percentage, I believe, has dropped for both players in the second set. As Świątek tries to dictate the play and forces an error. Break point. First serve out wide is in, and Świątek returns out. That's the difference, guys. Both these players are exceptional. Especially Yuan, I'm really impressed with the way she's been playing. But when they both get that first serve in, they're really dominating the point. First serve in the net. Second serve. I'm expecting Iga to go hard. Hit the ball flat. It's going to bounce up. Yeah, inside in, backhand return winner. Another break point. Eight and a half minutes for this game. First serve in, down the middle of the court. Return cross court. They're both on the advantage side now. Iga's hitting it hard on the backhand now. Just sticking to the backhand side. As she hits an unforced error. And through frustration, I think she hit that ball into the crowd. Looking very emotional. Iga. Yuan looking quite calm. Slice out wide is returned cross court. Iga Świątek goes cross court with the double and backhand but hits it out. First serve is out in the net. Świątek's piling that pressure on that second serve. She was moving forward, and then she opted to go back, forced into an error. 4-3. My goodness. Like I said, if your opponent can win 3 games in a row, yeah, why can't you? Good fight back. There's still a break in it, so Świątek has the edge. As they show now a match point between Vachereau and Dam from America. Vachereau wins in straight sets. 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. As is customary now to have big screens outside the stadium. Lots of people inside, or rather outside, watching on the big screens. Iga Świątek. First serve is in on the backhand, returned inside out. And another error. Unforced. Makes it 15-love. Slice, serve down the middle of the court. Is returned in the middle. Świątek can only hit a double and backhand in the net. $15-all. Second serve. Yuan creeps forward. She's standing on the baseline. And misses a forehand cross court, but she went for it. Very, very close. Go big or go home. Got to be brave at times. First serve is out. How many times have I said that? Kick down the middle, it's returned in the middle. Iga goes hard onto the backhand side. Inside out forehand from Iga. And Miss hits the ball wildly. Yeah, getting the bottom of the racket. I don't know, guys. I see this technique creeping him so often that the arm is bent at the elbow, almost like in a V formation. Maybe I'm old school, but that forehand technique from Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, having a nice straight arm, obviously can have its issues. Your timing has to be perfect all the time, and I just mentioned probably the two of the greatest tennis players of all time. But seeing this bent arm on the forehand, a bit strange. I guess it works if you're hitting the ball late. Iga's really controlling the point from the middle of the court, moving Yuan around, and is forced into an error. It's 5-3. I wonder if Iga's been carrying a cold with her. Still very often blowing her nose. She was doing this in the United Cup as well. Three, 5. Second serve into the body on the forehand side. Świątek goes really hard, deep onto the feet of Yuan, and she could only steer her double hand backhand out. Love 15. First serve let. Hard into the forehand is returned to the backhand side, and Iga hits an unforced error. Forehand in the net. First serve is in. Good return from Świątek. She was under pressure. And Yuan, unforced error. Standing in the middle of the court, slams her double hand backhand in the net. Needed a bit more height, more topspin on that backhand. First serve out wide is in, blocked back. Świątek goes the wrong way, and it's a winner. Inside in forehand for Yuan. I did predict 6-3 in the second set. I wonder if Świątek can wrap it up. Again, short rallies. But Świątek has her first match point. This goes back to deuce. Advantage Świątek. Another break point. And that's it, guys. Hard aggressive returning from Świątek wraps up the match. 6-3 in the second set. allows Świątek to win 7-5, 6-3. Just under 2 hours. Yeah, nervy start for the pole. And must feel relieved now that the match is over. Both players just returning really well off that second serve. More unforced errors from Yuan gifted Świątek a few breaks. Sometimes you just got to get through that first round and the nerves settle. I think it really happened once you won the first set, talking about Iga Świątek. So stay tuned. I will be back. If you want to go to my channel and wait in line to listen through to the match between Pedro Martinez and Novak Djokovic. It's the game to follow. You can join me right here on Tennis Inside Out. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next live streaming. Ciao for now.